Hi guys, welcome to this video. So this is Dr.M.MOORTHI, working as assistant professor in the Department of Automobile Engineering, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. So this is the lecture series of mechanics of automobile system. So this in this lecture video we are going to discuss about what is machine and what is structure, and what are the difference between machine and structure, and what are the different type of constrained motions, and what are the classification of pairs and based on the different category. So first we see the machine and the structure. So machine is the combination of more than two resistant body, and it having the relative motion between, and it performs some action means, so it is called as machine. Whereas structure is the completely resistant body, and that which doesn't have any motion or relative motion between the components. So see here, a structure is an assemblage of a number of resistant bodies having no relative motion between them, meant for carrying loads having strained in straining action. So it is a, if you take a railway bridge or the buildings and the tables, chairs, so it are the fixed one, and it only carries the load and to the subsequent the compound parts, and the railway bridge and the roof truss, machine frames, and these are the examples of structure. And then what the difference is, the parts of machine move relative to one another, whereas the members of structure do not move relative to one another. A machine transforms the available energy into some useful work, whereas in a structure no energy is transformed into useful work. Next, the links of a machine may transmit both power and motion, while the member of structure transmit forces only to the component. Next, the kinematic pairs. So already we have discussed about the pair. The two links or elements of a machine, when it contact with each other, are said to form a pair if the relative motion between them is completely or successfully constrained. Then it is called a kinematic pair. And as we discussed in the previous video, the term called the types of constrained motion. So here we have the three category. Like start with the completely constrained motion and incompletely constrained motion, and the third one is successfully constrained motion. And when the first one is the completely constrained motion, see the picture is listed here. The first one, completely constrained motion. So here it takes a square kind of rod is inserted into the box, and it travels only in the same only one direction. So it is called completely constrained motion. There is no another motion, so it travels in the single path and the single direction. So it is completely constrained motion. And the second one is incompletely constrained motion, so where this component is in moving into the another one, and it may varies the path that depends on the direction in which the force is applied, and the resistance is applied to the part, and so that it can change its direction depends on the direction in which the force is applied. And then third one is the successfully constrained motion. So this successfully constrained motion, where the motion of the between the elements forming the pair is not completely constrained by not itself, and it is happened by means of some external element is adding to the existing system. So it is successfully constrained motion. So next is the classification of kinetic pairs. So here we have a different pairs that depends on the following category. The first one is according to the type of relative motion between the elements. So it means the motion between the different elements. So based on which it is classified. It starts with the sliding pair. The one is sliding over another, and then second one is turning pair. The turning pair means the one element is turning into the another one, and it having the 1 degrees of freedom. And the third one, it's a rolling pair. So one component is rolling over in the another one, and the screw pair and the spherical pair. So these component are having only 1 degrees of freedom. And the next one is according to the type of contact between the elements, and the classification is lower pair and the higher pair. So where in lower pair, the contact between the two elements are the surface contact. If it having the surface contact means it is that lower pair, and if it is having the point or line contact means it is the higher pair. And the next one is the according to the type of closure, is self closed pair or force closed pair. So see here the types of contact and the closure. The first one is the higher pair. So it having the line contact or point contact. So see here it is the point contact. So it is called the higher pair. It's a slide, the flat follower and the center of the rotation. So in this setup, there is a contact, the point contact between these two. So it is called a higher pair. And then it is the type of closure we are having the spring type follower, that is the cam and follower. The follower is kept in contact with the cam using force of spring. So with the help of this for the spring, so there is the contact between these two called cam and follower. So it is called forced or the force closed pair, and another one is the self closed pair. Thank you.